Good morning, America, and to everyone across the movieverse. I'm your host, Sock Sunny, and today we have a trailer breakdown for your Mandalorian Season 3, baby!
More coffee, sir? You feeling alright?
Absolutely! Cup number 20 and counting. Dude, we gotta talk about this. I would show the logo. I will show it at the end of the video, but my computer's charging up right now, and I'm using it to film this video. So anyway, we've got some more news, and we've today got a Mandalorian Season 3 trailer breakdown. We finally got the second trailer, and we're going to dive right into it for all you Star Wars fans out there. So make sure to like this video if you are a fan of everything Star Wars. So let's go! So thank you, Star Wars, and more for these video clips, these images, and this trailer. Now, a lot of people have done a trailer breakdown for The Mandalorian, I assume, at this point. So that is why I am aiming for this video to literally be one of my most hilarious. So, you've seen your average Mandalorian Season 3 trailer breakdowns, but this one is going to have enormous funny content. That's basically what's going to differentiate, because I have to do something new, because nobody wants to see the same thing twice. So, here we go. So on this very barren, rocky planet, we can see some figures here, all along here, walking along. And then we see, as they grow closer and closer to us, that it actually kind of looks like the planet where the Mandalorian first met Grogu. Because that had a lot of rocky planets, and I gotta say, if we are going to get back at that planet, give us more of the blorks, because those things are just awesome. We then finally see that these are actually Mandalorians, that are not the Mandalorian, but are striking a rainbow of color, and boy do I love it. And as this happens, we see the Mandalorian walk out from behind them, and as this whole sequence is happening, he says, "Our people are scattered like stars in the galaxy." And he's obviously referring to the Mandalorians ever since the destruction of Mandalore. And he's like, who are we and what do we stand for? Because we are a lost people. And I just gotta say, this story arc is actually pretty brilliant. I mean, this will be like if they literally tried to make a movie off of the tribe of Simeon or something. Because, just like the Mandalorians, Simeon was a scattered people.
This series is owned by Lucasfilm, so don't anyone think about touching it.
Mando ship whizzes through hyperspace, and he's not looking too hot. I mean, forgive me for saying, but it actually looks like he's starting to fall asleep.
No think I need to work?
No, seriously, his head is tilting, he's not looking straight ahead of him, and I have no idea why, but hey, maybe he's had a long trip, and yeah. So, pardon my Gungan impression, I know the language wasn't exactly head-on, and thank you, the beep. And then we get everyone's favorite bundle of joy, Grogu, just being amazed at all of the lights and stars that are flashing by him. And the Mandalorian says that being a Mandalorian is not just knowing how to fight, it's navigating the galaxy so you never lose your way. And I think Grogu is heading on to this. I think he is starting to know the galaxy because he's already been to a lot of places in The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. And Mando just kind of sleepily holds Grogu into him, and yeah, I am so happy to have more content, more great moments between these two characters. Because, I mean, face it, they're like R2-D2 and C-3PO. They cannot be without each other. The ship lands, and I believe we have seen this place before. The weird parrot monkey thing announces the arrival of Mandalorian. Baby Yoda's got a new cradle, and I think this is the city that was refurbished in the first and second season by Mandalorian's old friend. And we can actually see him later on in this trailer with royal robes because he is the stinking governor? not he's actually the governor is unknown, but he walks out from this big building and he's wearing very expensive clothes. And he has a droid escort, for crying out loud. So yeah, he is someone of definite high importance. I mean, maybe he's not a governor. Who knows? Maybe he is one of the members of the new council. Mando's ship is then flying through a storm, and holy cow, I cannot even see where they are going, but they are still in the ship together, and I think I know why they are both in the cockpit. To be explained later on in this trailer. But then we see that the Forger is back at her work. Most likely, please God, let Baby Yoda get his own armor. Because, I mean, he already has the shirt, so there have been a ton of fan art and fan pictures of Baby Yoda dressed as the Mandalorian. And please, eventually in the future, let us get this. That would just be so amazing. Baby Yoda needs his armor, boy! And then Mando, in that, ship? Part of the spaceport that now he, the Forger, and the other Mandalorian are living at. Mando says in that place to the Forger that he's going back to Mandalore to be forgiven for his transgressions. And of course, he's talking about taking the helmet off for Baby Yoda in the end of Mandalorian Season 2. When Luke Skywalker took him away, and please let's not talk about that for the love of Pete. And yeah. And then we finally see Mandalore. Or at least what's left of it. Because if you guys remember from the Clone Wars, this place was actually pretty beautiful. What did I miss? A droid then pops out and is actually piloting the ship for Mandalore. And since this girl is back, and the droid crew as well, in the Tatooine spaceport, we could possibly see Boba again! That would be absolutely awesome! I would love to see him back for at least a cameo. I mean, not too much, because this series is about Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. And then the girl just calls out, "May the Force be with you," as the ship takes off, and then Baby Yoda is just like, "Thank you," and watches a whole bunch of stuff happen out the window. Because, and I just noticed something! We can see once again! He has the shirt! So, I mean, he hasn't gotten his armor yet, so nothing really too exciting to pop out. But I mean, he still has it. He hasn't lost it. So, that's something to hold on to. We then see that fireworks are shot up in the sky. Now, this is actually pretty easy explanation. My guess is that these are fireworks to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the freedom and liberation from the Empire. Because, as we remember, Mandalorian Season 2 took place 9 years after the events of the Return of the Jedi. And even the decimation of the Death Star was mentioned, and a lot of time has passed, so yeah. This episode, whichever one this is, probably marks the 10 years that the people have celebrated not being a part of the Empire being gone, so to speak.
Down with the Empire!
Did you catch my Alice in Wonderland reference?
Down with the bloody red tree!
So that's gonna have to be a wrap, and I just had to throw the Alice in Wonderland thing in there because I have not done a video on them for so long. And anyway, make sure to subscribe to the Dragon Clan family to not miss out on my future videos and giveaways, and share with your friends for part 1 of The Mandalorian Season 3 trailer breakdown. Part 2 will be coming momentarily. I don't think it was that hilarious, but I mean, I tried, but there was just not a lot of stuff that I could put in without ruining the video. So anyway, respect for all you guys out there. Peace out. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. I owe you guys a logo! Anyway, peace out, guys.